All right. Okay, so today's topic is tactics and basic tactics. Okay, 6 basic tactics. We had got a brief introduction to it, I think maybe 4 weeks back when I was explaining. I had explained these basic tactics, but I said that we will look at it in more detail, right? So today we are going to look at it. So what are the 6 tactics? It is these: mates, jumps, forks, nets, pins, and ties. Okay, that is the names. And there is a very simple sentence that we have created so that it is you can remember all the 6 tactics. How? You just say, you might just find a neat, powerful tactic. This sentence is very easy to remember, right? And it has got all the 6 tactics. First letters are there in this. Okay, so you might, a might is for mate. Okay, just for jumps, find for forks, neat for nets, powerful for pins, and tactic for ties. Okay, that I'll come back to you. So we'll just come back to it. So this is a very easy way to remember. Okay, so let us look at it. I have set up these positions. I found some time so to set this up. Okay, so the first tactic is coming up your way, uh, and it is, this is the beginner's move, right? I mean, beginner's move of attack, let us say. We'll just see. But if the other side is not able to clearly what do you call, not play accurate moves, then it may succeed, but nobody will play like this at a advanced level. Okay, so here black is also a beginner and he plays knight f6. So by now I think you will know how to take advantage of this.
Sir, queen to
f7.
Correct. Queen to f7, checkmate, right? So you should be able to spot such checkmate opportunities. Yeah, this is like the scholar's mate. Yeah, it is a scholar's mate. So, but it can come in different forms. Slightly more complicated positions also may happen, but you should be able to spot. And to do this, I hope you have done a lot of those mate in one puzzles on Chess King. If you have done 500 of them, I'm expecting that in level 1 I had asked you to do 200. By level 2, now you are in level 2 class, so you should have done 500 of them, right? So if you have done it, then you will get a lot of these ones. Okay, good. So cool. So this is the way to spot. You have to spot this one. So let us go to the next tactic. Yes. Clear. Replace. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Next tactic. Next tactic. Let us see. It is a net tactic, and we'll say why it is called as a net. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, bishop B5. This is a Roy Lopez opening. Some of you may know it. We will study it later. It is indirectly attacking the pawn. Black pushes back the bishop, gets it. Then he plays D6. White plays to open the... I'm not going to teach the opening because that will come separately. I'm only going to focus on the tactic. Okay. So at this point of time, okay, the tactic actually starts with this, but maybe I will help you. What is the thing? So black attacks the queen. Okay, black attacks the queen. White comes here. What is the double attack? Can you see? White's double
Rook
attack.
and scholar's mate.
Yeah, scholar's mate on one side, but which can very easily be defended. What is the other? It's a double attack.
sir.
Rook. Yeah, exactly.
Rook on 8.
Yeah.
When black will save this mate, then white can capture the rook.
Okay. Is there a way to do both? Is there a way to do both?
Bishop to
Sir,
e6.
we can save both by moving the rook from A to A7.
Bishop to e6.
Yeah, both things are possible. Rook to A7 is also possible, or bishop to E6 is also possible. Okay. So here black plays bishop to E6. Okay. Now you cannot take the rook. You cannot give the checkmate also. So what does white do? White gives a check. Okay. Now queen cannot come in between, because if queen comes in between, then the rook will fall. Right. And black does not want to move his king, because if he moves the king, then it will be a bad thing, right? He will lose castling right, and it will come in the way of the bishop, etc. So black goes back with the bishop. So white knows that he doesn't have too many squares for the queen, so he comes back. Okay. Now white is thinking that he will get a At least I will draw the game, he's thinking. Okay, repetition. But black is very clever. Black has got one move which,
internet connection.
what is it? Sorry.
Sir, actually, I couldn't hear you properly over there, so I'm
No,
just
no problem,
shifting.
no problem. So here again, black to play. There is better thing that black can do than repeat the moves. Again, there is a double attack. What is the way to prevent the thing? Only thing is that
Moving the knight to f6.
no, there is a queen f7 checkmate is there. Can you see? Don't lose track of that.
We can
Sorry.
place the black queen on c7.
Black queen on c7, then also queen f7. Queen f7 take the
Queen
pawn.
will kill the rook.
Uncle, what about knight h6?
Knight h6, bishop h6, and next move checkmate.
Okay.
Queen e7.
No. Queen e7 is a then rook will fall. Queen will take white queen will take the rook.
Bishop to e6.
Bishop to e6 is going to repeat the moves, right? Can you see this? c4. Now
Pawn to f6.
Bishop is trapped.
bishop is trapped. So this is the and there is no mate threat now because bishop is blocked, right? So this is the tactic called as net because it is looks like a net, right? Bishop is caught in a net. It is not able to escape. It is not able to have a safe square. Nobody is able to it is attacked by a pawn, so it is very difficult to see, whenever a higher value piece is attacked by a lower value piece, you need to either kill the attacking piece or move your piece, because you cannot allow an exchange. Exchange is very advantageous for the other side, right? But here there is no safe square for the bishop. Bishop is trapped, right? So this is this is the net tactic. Okay, so remember this. Okay, let us go to the okay, let us go to the next one. Again, sometimes you beginners play like this. This is called as Petrov defense, but there is a way to play it. If you don't play it accurately, you can be massacred. So
If we don't play properly,
So
the
queen tap.
the queen.
yeah, queen e2, and see, both of them take each other's pawn. Both of them attack, but white attacks with the queen and the knight goes back, and if the knight goes back, it is an instant death.
Knight to c6.
Correct. Knight to c6 is a discovered check. It is called as jump because it is jumping and something else is attacking, right? So in our tactic name, we call it as a jump. So now queen is also attacked. Even if queen comes in between, then also the knight is attacking it. So black's queen is lost basically. And if queen is lost so early in the game, then essentially your game is over, right? I mean, you should be able to very easily win. So this is the jump. Okay.
So what about the bishop?
Yeah, you move the bishop, but the queen is falling, right?
Yeah.
So it's a discovered check. It's a discovered check due to, mostly the discovered checks are due to knight. Sometimes they are due to other pieces, but most of the time they are due to knights jumping away. And then the knight will attack something. And now you cannot have both the things together defending in a way. So you will lose it, right? So this is a one game for white after this, right? Yeah, you can take back with the knight, you can take it back. But what is that? I mean, one knight for one queen. Very happy. I mean, after
And
this,
sir, black cannot castle.
black cannot castle, and not only that, now you white's technique. Do you remember what is the technique I had told when such a thing is there? You have to exchange the pieces. The winning side will simply exchange the pieces, and then at the end game we will win very easily, right? Okay, all right. Let us go to the next tactic. So we have seen jump, and now we will see a tactic. Now it is white to play. Okay. And can you check what should white play now?
Knight takes f6.
Correct. And but is it an exchange or what is it? Is it a simple exchange or black also will take it? Then
White will take with the bishop.
okay. And then
The queen will have to move.
queen will have to move because it is a simple overloading, right? It is a pinned. First thing is that it is pinned. Okay, what if we give the, see, it is a very simple tactic where white is overloading and black is. What if we in this position, okay, now because white was to play, white very easily conquered because the knight had got only two defenders, three attackers, right? Okay, now let us just change the position.
Sir, can white take with bishop?
Yeah, white can take with the bishop also. Okay, but what I was saying is, now let us make the same position, another position, black to play. Now, black to play. Now, can black defend now? It is black's turn to move.
No, black can't defend.
Correct. And why?
Because if he
Pin.
moves queen,
Because of the pin. Because of the pin. The knight which is attacked is pinned. So knight cannot move and you cannot bring any other additional defender to it. Right? If the queen was not here, somewhere else, then the knight would have at least jumped back to e8 or come to h5 or something like that. It would have done it and it would have escaped. But now the knight cannot escape and it is pinned against the queen and there is no additional defender that is available. So that is why, so this tactic is called as pin. You know it. I mean, we have already discussed it. So this is pin. Okay. And how to make use of the pin, right? Okay, so let us go to the next one. So this is save, yes, okay, whatever is there, okay, and then cancel, and then next game. Oops. So how many we did it? Let me just see. Okay, let us do a fork. This is the position, black to move.
Knight to c2.
Correct. Who is that? It is a very simple fork, standard fork, right? Forking the rook and the king. So king will have to, it's a check. So king will have to make, this is the standard check that happens or standard fork, very common. So you always have to guard against it. So here, this is a very simple fork that wins the rook, right? Cool. Wise. All right. So let us go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Oops, why is this one? No, not this one. Why? Undermine. Okay. Okay, this is the position. Again, black to play. Okay. Black to play. What is the best
Bishop.
move?
Bishop to c3.
Yeah. Bishop takes c3. Now, obviously, pawn has to take. And now?
Queen to d5.
Correct. Queen was supported by that knight, which itself removed. Black removed the support of the white. So the white queen became defenseless. Right? This is very important and this can happen. Huh? So this can happen in sometimes even in senior games or master games, it can happen because you lose track of it. Okay, because you will all you would have seen that, oh, knight is there at c3, my queen is there at d5, but
will save the queen and then black will be up a piece.
yeah, no, but how can you save the how can you save the queen? It's a check.
Nice, no? Such moves only we.
There is no way to save it. Okay. Oh, this happened. Who is saying this? Okay. So, yeah, it must have happened in your moves. So I think Chaitanya is saying that it happened in one of his moves or in his games. So yeah, so this can happen. So always be on the lookout. Okay. All right. So let me save. Yes. Okay. So now you got the idea of these things. Okay. So now let us go ahead and see some more examples. Okay. So can you see this position here? First left side position here, this much. Black to play.
Uncle, is it knight to
Queen to
h2?
h2.
Yes,
Queen
I think
h2.
wait. I think
Queen
because
h2.
Knight
wait.
to
You
H.
only type the moves now. Don't talk because it will interfere. Multiple people will talk at the same time. It will interfere. So
Black
only type queen.
knight. Oh, no.
Okay, Anup has given queen each h2, and this is
No,
correct.
queen to
This is
H2.
correct because queen h2 check. King has to go to
You
f1.
remember one
And
mate.
after that what?
Checkmate.
Queen h1 checkmate. Correct. Because there is nothing can come in between the king and the queen, right? And the whites queen and rook are very nicely doing the job for black. They are preventing the king from escaping, and they are not ready to come into and defend the check also. So it is like they are like on black side, looks like. Okay, fine. Now let us look at the next one here. This is the second position here.
White to move.
Find the net. Okay, there is the clue we are giving. What is it? And it is who is to play? White is to play.
If we move the queen.
C5. No. What is C5? It is white to play. White cannot play C5. Even
Knight
black cannot
to
play C5. What is it?
H4.
It is
White
white to move here
H4.
in this position. It is white to move.
Bishop to h5.
Bishop to H5 and knight will take it. Knight takes H5.
Knight to H4.
Who is saying that? You have to type the move so that I know. Type the move. But I don't know who said that, but knight to H4 is correct. After that, the queen is trapped. Can you see there is no square? No castling. No. Knight to H4. Anup has said it. Knight to H4, there is no square for the queen. See, the white's two bishops are completely covering the squares. The knight is... Where will the queen go? Queen cannot go to G2 because the knight is defending it. G3 is not possible. G4, bishop is defending. G5, other bishop is defending. G6, already it is attacked. Straight it cannot go. F5 it cannot go. E4 it cannot go. Knight is there. H4 it cannot go. H6 it cannot go. So nowhere queen cannot go. So the queen is... So it's not a visible net as such, but the queen is trapped. Right? So that's why we call it as a net. So that is the move for this. Okay, so let's come down. Let us come down and see some more tactics. Yep, this is the position, and it is black to play. And what is the thing? It is the clue is very. It's an easy position. You will see it. The clue is already given. What is the tactic? So
Class నీకు ఇప్పుడు
Uncle, is it
Class
nf?
wait. Type your moves. Don't talk. Knight to f3, correct. Knight to f3, what does it do? It is checks the king. At the same time, it discovers an attack against what?
The queen.
Correct. So because it's a check first, so you have to deal with the check, and then the queen will be lost. Right? So it is a discovered attack against the queen via a check. So knight to f3 wins here. Fine. Cool. What about the next position here? It is white to play.
Knight e6.
Who said that? You are supposed to type it, then you will get it. Okay, and who has logged in as Sampreet? I don't, someone said that he has logged in as his cousin or someone.
That's me, Saharsh.
Saharsh, okay, okay. Okay, and who said knight e6?
I think
Rohan.
Rohan,
Rohan.
brilliant, correct. Knight e6. It is a pin tactic. Why? Because the d7 pawn cannot take the knight. Okay, because the bishop is pinning that pawn against the king. And then what happens to the queen? Black queen.
Trapped.
Black queen is trapped in its own home square at its fort itself. Okay, so this is a brilliant move, knight to e6, right? Taking advantage of the pin on the pawn, right? Everyone got this, knight e6. Cool. All right, let us go on. Let us go on. What is this? Let us see this. Find the fork. It's a very famous position from a world championship match. Okay, I think it is what? It is probably 1966.
First move is from queen to
Type. Queen h2. It is white to play. How can queen come to h2? There is a pawn there. f7. What to f7? Knight to f7. Knight to f7, then yeah, it's okay, but it is not going to be a very big this one. See, already white is one exchange down, so it is we are only exchanging it. Queen to h3 is not at all possible. How can white? You are giving white move. How does it? How can queen come to h3? Yeah, it is got something to do with it, but you have to figure out what is a. See, knight taking the rook at f7, it's an exchange up, but already black was one exchange up. So after that, it will become like both of them sides will have what do you call one knight each and one queen each and almost same number of pawns. Who is saying that? Aditya, you have found the world champions move. Queen h8 check. Okay, forcing the king to take the queen. Okay, and after that, knight takes f7, the rook, and further it forks the king and the queen. So white is actually winning the rook after exchanging the queens. So did you get it? The brilliant move. Queen to h8, check to the king. There is no option other than king has to kill the queen. It is like a sham sacrifice. It is not a true sacrifice because next move you are getting it back. Queen h8, king takes h8, and now the knight on e6 is going to jump to f7, and one rook is gone, and next move after the king moves, the queen is also gone. So queens have got exchange, and net one rook is won by the white. So after that, it should be easy for, because white has got two knights, black has got only one knight. It should be very easy to win after that, right? So this, I think this was played by Petrosian, I think. Tigran Petrosian. Okay, all right. So this is the fork. Yeah, forks are always beautiful in complex positions. Okay, and it's like not. It's see for learning it right now, you will see the positions in next move itself. There is a fork, or in second move there is a fork. But in actual games, it will happen after 3 more, 4, 5 more sequence, and they will be very beautiful. Okay. Okay. Now let us find this. It's slightly more complicated, but this example, let us see it. It is white to move. I think Anup knows about this. Huh? How did you, or you just found it? Queen g3, brilliant move. White plays queen g3. Okay, he knows about it. Okay. So what does black do after that? If see, the whole point is white is ready to checkmate the black king. Okay, the rook is guarding the e file.
So
White
then the
needs,
queen will take bishop f6 will be a mate.
yeah, exactly. So there bishop f6 will be a mate, and f6 square is guarded by the black queen. Okay, and there is hardly any squares left for it. So white is saying that, okay, let me come to near you now. If you take my queen, exchange off, then even before I exchange the queens, I will give you a checkmate. So what does black do? Black will be forced to give up his rook. Black in this position, rather than queen takes g3, black will have to take the bishop. Rook will take the bishop, but after that, white will be very happy to take the queen, right? Because queen is also attacked. So there is a mate threatened plus queen is attacked. How do you do? How do you come out of it?
Teacher, but then if you kill the queen, then it's also mate.
Yeah, then also it's a mate. That's what. There's no way you can prevent the mate. You can prevent the mate only by giving up your queen. Where? At e7. At e7, you will have to go and then give up your queen for the rook. Okay, but after that also it will become a mate pretty soon. Pretty soon it will be a mate. Okay. Yeah, very much, because the queen is lost and after that it is. Okay, all right. So you got the hang of these things. I think we saw 12 examples of it. Okay, let me see if there is a 13th example. No, there is 12 examples. I mean, two examples each. And on the next page in the handout, I have given some more positions. Okay. So to try this out. So this is your homework, but let us go through some positions. I have given the hints there. Okay. So which tactic is it? I have given the hint. So you will be able to see it. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 5, 6, 7, 8. These positions. Now, okay, I will just cover some of them. In this position now that is highlighted. Okay, this highlighted position. It is, uh, what is it? Black is really threatening a checkmate, right? Black is threatening a checkmate. And hence, what does white do? White does a very simple. Do you know, first of all, do you see what is the black threatening checkmate with knight to f2? So
Bishop will go to e2.
bishop will go to e2. Okay. Yeah, but then knight will still give a check and then it will fork the king and the rook, right? Check, king will have to move, then the rook will fall, right? So what does, so what did white do? White actually came, looking at this, white moved the queen to h4, defending f2. Okay, after that it was black to move. Can you find out what will black do? In this position first, white plays queen to h4. Then what does black do? f2, no, now the f2 is defended after queen h4. Saharsh, first in this position, first white to move. So white plays queen h4. So after that, what will you do as black? Anyone? See, this is where now you have to start applying the thing. So pawn to f5. No, pawn to f5. There is a better move. Rook to h2 is not even possible. Knight to h2. No, 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 no. Jump. There is a jump involved. Can you see? Can you see this? No? Queen h4. Imagine the thing in the position. White queen has come to h4. And then there is a jump involved.
Knight e3 check.
Knight e3 check, and the queen is undefended. So it's a discovered attack against the thing. So not queen e3, knight e3 check. And then queen on h4 falls. Beautiful. Okay, let us go to the next one. Okay, let's go to the next last position here. So yeah, so this is the position. Let me get it down a little bit. Right, this is the position, and it is black to play. I think, yeah. Actually, it is not a tactic. So so it's a trick question. First, you give the move for black, then we will see the move for thing. So first, what is the attack? Can you see? And what is the this one? So first, give a move for black. If it was white to play, white could jump. Huh? If white to play, what would, okay, let me ask the other way question. What is it if white to play? What would you do?
Bishop takes f7.
Bishop takes f7. Correct. Bishop takes f7 is the threat, because after that, if king takes bishop, then
Black queen is hanging. Then white queen will capture that.
correct. That is the threat. That is the threat. So what does so now black? But this is the threat. So what does black do?
Black should move his queen or king.
So you got it. So I think that is what I wanted to show here, that you have to detect. Suppose sometimes you have to play. See, it is not only that you are playing the tactics. Half the times you will be defending against the tactic, because your opponent will also spot this tactic. So you should be able to. Now, in this case, what was the tactic? It was a discovered attack, right? Called as jump. We call it as a jump. Discovered attack. Now that is next move. White was ready to play that, so black has to recognize this and defend the queen, right? He might go to queen to g6 or something like that. He may do it, but whatever way, you have to spot the tactic and get this. Queen to f5, yeah, possible. Queen to f5 is also possible. So yeah, so I think that is there. Okay, so let us just see one more example before we
Bishop.
sign off. Before we sign off for the day, this is the position, and it is white to play. White to play.
Knight to c6.
Correct. And what is the follow-up? Knight to c6. Is it an exchange of knight, or
No,
Bishop is falling.
followed by the bishop takes bishop at c5? Correct. So it is a again, it is a discovered attack, right? And what if the black, what if, is there a way for black to defend his bishop at c5? No, because the knight at c6 is attacking the queen, which is a much more valuable piece, right? So there is no way that he can defend both at the same time. And already the knight is exchanged. So white is going to become a one piece up. Okay, what about the next one? Black to play.
knight takes e5.
Who said that? Beautiful move. The right move. Knight takes e5, attacks the queen. after taking one piece, and at the same time defends his own bishop on d7. So white would have otherwise, see, and at the same time white's bishop on b5 is also attacked, right? So why a smart guy will say, white, oh, my bishop is attacked, queen is attacked, first let me exchange the bishops and give a check. So by the time black defends it, then I will move my queen and defend it. But unfortunately, knight takes e5, the same knight is going to come back to d7 when white takes the bishop on d7 to give a check. So net it is black is becoming one piece up. And if white does not do that, does something else, then also he is one piece up, because if you take the knight back, then the bishop d7 will take on b5, right? So black would have taken two pieces, white has taken only one piece. So whatever you do it, black is one piece up, right? So okay, so I think other examples, you please try it out at your this one, that is the home assignment for you. You should do it. If at all you cannot find anything, you cannot find a solution at all, then you post it on the WhatsApp group, and then I will see. But first try to think about everything. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the session today. It was very, very important, all these tactics. So that is done.
But it was very fun.
Yeah, it is always. So I'm going to stop the recording.